I think I'm here. Hello. Happy Tuesday. Even though it's easier when I get on YouTube than other platforms, it's hard to set it up. YouTube makes you do much more stuff in the beginning. So, hello, Krista. How are you? I'm excited to be live. I felt like, I don't know, it's just needed. Oh, that's going to drive me nuts. That goes there. There we go. Whoop. Stay. There we go. My kid was in here studying and he messes stuff around. Hello. Hi, Tom. But yeah, I felt like a little mood control, I think, is needed today. And a little bit of, what's the word, like peace and calm, which my guides are really good at. Um, and I don't know, I don't know about you guys, but like last night, I couldn't sleep. Like the energy everywhere is so chaotic. And so like I was up like every hour and my mind was like racing and it just, yeah, it's so like, I don't know, difficult to exist in this world right now. Um, so yeah, I felt like some mood control, some time talking with my guides, some time, um, I don't know, balancing, breathing, connecting might be helpful for people. I'm in the US worried about things. I kind of agree. I worry about you guys too, and I worry about being one of your closest neighbors because I'm very close to the States, like a stone's throw away. Um, and yeah, it's a difficult time right now for sure. I had to take a Xanax to sleep. Yeah, I kinda wish I had, like, some sleeping pills. After the stroke, the stroke damaged the part of my brain that controls sleep, and so I couldn't sleep, and they put me on, like, 3 different sleeping pills or sedatives to sleep, and it took me, like, a year and a half or 2 maybe to get off all of them. It took a long time, so I do not take them anymore even when I can't sleep. Hi, Sherry. How are you? Ah, no. Siri just talked to me because I said Sherry. No, Danielle, I just started. And so I'm just chatting to let people have time to join. And if anybody feels comfortable, feel free to share, like, all those types of things on here. My platform on YouTube is not big, so not many people see me. Hello, I love your lives. Thanks for having one. Oh, you're welcome. Hi, Casey. Oh, I'll see you tomorrow, right? I think I have a group tomorrow, which is fun and exciting. But yeah, hi, Karen. I do. I feel like the world is, I think it's true. Like so many countries sort of follow the state's lead a lot of the time. And this is one time where I think almost no countries want to. And that is a very like challenging or different time compared to history. And it's like almost everybody kind of feels like, what the heck is happening? Like, is this real life? Like, how did we, how did we get here? And how do we get out of it? It's a whole thing. I never want to like talk negatively or bad or anything like that. But yeah, it's a strange, strange time in existence. Hey, thank you so much for your videos. It's really helping people. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I try. I try to do what I can. I feel like I wish I could kind of shout from the rooftops to everybody that everything's gonna be okay, that we are going to move forward, and that this feeling of almost like panic is not gonna last forever. It feels weird out there, yeah. I can't imagine. I'm actually we kept changing our travel plans. We were gonna go to Disney, but now with all the fires, we're actually not. We're gonna do a different road trip still into the States, but not going to Disney. And I'm actually kind of worried because we're not meant to go until March. And I love you guys down there, but I don't know if I want to come to your country right now, which is super hard. People seem a bit cranky, or is it me? Yeah, I think people are a little, um, antsy, maybe. I heard Disney in Japan is the best. Oh, that would be nice, except that's a long flight for somebody who has had a stroke. Yeah, because yeah, that's a whole lot of potential for blood clots, which I definitely don't want. Diane, my mom died last month, and I don't know the cause of death. When my time comes and go to the other side, will I know how, or at that point, will I not care? Yes, you'll know. Uh, it's not that you won't care, you'll just understand it. Um, yeah. So, like, yes, you'll care, but not like how a human kind of cares. Do you have any thoughts on the sun activity? I don't know what you mean. What does that mean? What I don't get it. Could I ask you for a teeny bit of mood control if possible? That is why I am here. I like chatting with you guys, but I also, before I go live, I meditate and I ask my guides to sort of speak through me, and that their thoughts become my words, and that their energy emanates from me so that people can have a little bit of their kind of calm and peace. And I don't do it in every video, but I feel like right now is needed. Sun flares and energy. Oh, I don't know anything about that. My cat Pearly didn't make it. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm still grieving. I don't feel her around me. Others tell me she's okay. Why can't I feel her? Because sometimes I always say like they're there when we need them, not when we want them. So just because you can't feel her around doesn't mean she's not there. Hello. By the way, how are you feeling after the stroke? Is it getting better? I hope you will heal 100%. Um, I don't think it will get much better. I'm 3 years out now, and, you know, the, like, really rapid improvements stopped happening after probably the first 12 to 18 months, and so I think how I am now is kind of how I'll stay, kind of. I definitely will sort of decline, or my brain will age faster, if that makes sense. Um, but like I'm about as good as I can be, maybe. Do you know why we have a universe and how it came to be and how life and consciousness are possible? Um, I don't I don't think we need to know that for the purpose of this life. Um, I know some people really like to delve into that. I don't necessarily, because I am quite tentatively tied to this earth because I've gone to the other side. It's almost like an inner craving in my soul to go back. And if I know the answers to those huge questions, I feel like that sort of string tethering me here could maybe be severed. Um, So I don't think there's like a purpose or a need to know the answers to those questions. Sorry. It is a good question. Um, but yeah, it's not helpful for us, and a lot of the time it can make us feel like we have no purpose. First time watching you on YouTube. Yay! Happy to see you. Thanks. Thanks for the mood control. You're welcome. What about neuroplasticity? Yes. So my brain has really, really recovered a lot better than the average person. Here, let's just see. Oh, it's, it's already open there. So this is my brain. Let me just show you. This is my brain. Um, so this is just two like little shots of it. So this is the main stroke. And because I didn't wake up, it caused a secondary stroke, which is this one here. So like essentially this entire part of my brain is gone. So this is the scan right after the stroke, like within days. Within a few months, a year, all of the white part dies and sloughs off. And so now all of this is just black liquid. So what that means is essentially everything that these parts of my brain did um, had to be rerouted to other parts of my brain. So like I'm thankful because I'm left-handed. And so I lost my speech center, the average speech center that everybody has, but I'm left-handed, so apparently I have a speech center on the other side of my brain that picked up the slack. So essentially, they explained it like before the stroke, the pathways in my brain were concrete, like they were firm, they were set. The pathways my brain created after the stroke are like gravel roads that aren't necessarily permanent. So if I'm really tired or stressed or anything like that, those roads disappear. And as you get older, your ability to maintain those roads kind of can dissipate or get a little bit worse because I'm missing so much of my brain. So, yeah, neuroplasticity is great, and, there are exercises I do to maintain my level of function right now. One of them is I do puzzles all of the time, or I'll do things like mahjong or, like, kind of brain teasing things, um, to maintain the level I am at, but this level will just like when anybody ages, your brain kind of you get a little like I have short-term and long-term memory loss, that will get worse, that sort of stuff. Um, by oh, I can't say that word. Binaural beats, the theory that using different audio frequencies in each ear to activate brain function and spiritual awareness, or is it BS? I have tried to listen to that and I can't. It's too much for me. But if it works for you, then that's good. Thank you for the mood control. You're welcome. Do you think right now the veil is thinning, as some say, and does it only keep thinning and not go back, if that makes sense? I wouldn't say it's thinning. We are just becoming more aware that there is more to life than this physical body and this physical life. That doesn't mean it's thinning, it's more just awareness and what's the word? Like acknowledgement that, we are spiritual beings in human bodies. I've heard high frequency music is good for you, like 7 hertz. Is that true? Again, if it works for you, it works for you. It doesn't with others. You know, what are those like the singing bowls? What are they? You do like sound baths. That is like a deafening, overwhelming frequency for me. You said it's going to get worse before it gets better. Do you know when we will feel some collective relief? Um, I think honestly, each day it will feel good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. I don't think that there will be like a global sigh of relief for quite some time yet. With my stroke, I had a retinal detachment and lost all vision in my right eye. Oh, that's awful. I have horrible depth perception, drop and spill everything. I make a joke about it. Yeah, that's not very fun, is it? What's happening? Work. Come back. Why? There we go. Hi from Sweden. Hello. Do we astral travel in dream states or does it require conscious awareness? Yes, we can. It does not require conscious awareness. Hey, there's 58 people. Thank you guys. Feel free to share, like, heart, whatever it is, subscribe. I don't know. In my area of the country, we're not feeling unhappy, but feeling positive and willing to offer prayers for the government to make positive decisions for our country, choosing not to let fear in. That's good. I like your what's the word? Oh my gosh, words. I like your explanation. That's not the right word. Will we experience global peace in our lifetime? No. Um, Unless you want the world to end. Because as soon as we have global peace or complete togetherness, there's no point and we will start again because we're not learning anymore. Are we not talking about aliens today? I'm so obsessed. Why? How come you're obsessed? You seem like a lovely and intelligent woman. Hey, thanks. Don't worry, science is constantly evolving. Keep learning, growing, and doing your best. You'll be just fine. Hey, thanks. Maybe they'll take me away. I don't think they will. Yes, optimism. Thank you. Oh my gosh. I like her tactic strategy. There we go. Yeah, words sometimes are just not my favorite thing because I have aphasia. And I have like couple types of aphasia, expressive aphasia. I don't remember them all, but it's a lot. I got all the aphasias. I think people don't realize like how brain damaged I am, I guess. Maybe you shouldn't be taking any advice from me. What do you think? Why does it say top chat? I want it to be like, I'm gonna just do live chat. Does that work? It's incredible seeing you doing so well considering the stroke. Oh, thanks. Is there any messages your guides would send for us today? Yes, I think honestly, they're just hoping we can just hold on and not panic too much and try to be kind because yeah, things are again are going to get worse human wise before they start to improve. There's a lot of stuff coming down the pipe this year, so being patient and really taking care of ourselves and asking them when it's too much, asking them for some relief so you can breathe and try not to feel too overwhelmed. I love the "we are rain clouds" image. If so, is God the master rain cloud or the creator of the clouds? I've always believed we are particles of God. Yes, God is the biggest rain cloud that creates all the others. Do you happen to have a simple technique to connect with a main guide of ours? I just talk to them, just like I talk to you. What do you think of the concept of splitting timelines happening? Is that why some people exit our lives? I don't know what you mean by splitting timelines. I feel like you guys all have a lot more knowledge about like all the words people use for energetic stuff. I don't know what that means. Hello from northern Norway. Cool. Today the sun came back after the dark period. Oh, that's a good day, Anne. How did you find me, Anne? I'm always interested, like how and someone in Norway stumbled across my page or my channel. Is the bad stuff coming ahead because of the US's new president? Yes. Yes and no. So, not just him, but, um, reactions to him, um, and to the things he has planned. So, it's not 100% him. It's a lot of other people as well. Thank you. You're welcome. Why do the dead return to Earth as ghosts? They don't necessarily. So I don't like the word ghost because it sounds like they're stuck here. They're not stuck here. If somebody thinks of them, they will be here because there's no time or space on the other side. So they can be everywhere. He's the only one doing good things for us, but he may be controlled by what? I can't say that. My kids are heavily into spiritualism, etc. I've used your cloud theory with them when talking about learning. Oh, I love that. How do we raise our vibration? I think finding peace and calm within yourself and really trying to um, find joy in things. Again, our vibration is our vibration. And like when we come into a life, let's just say, so this is the span of human energy. You kind of, depending on where you're at, I just have to stop the comments while I talk. Um, Depending on where you're at as a human, let's just say, so like this is the very youngest soul and the very oldest soul. So maybe you're going to come into this life and you're going to be here. You can't go from here to here in one life. You go from like here to here. So like you can't necessarily completely change your energy in this life, but taking care of yourself and really getting to know who you are and why you are the way you are, dealing with guilt, regret, and shame can help your energy to vibrate really at the best level it can in this life. Are there ways for spirit guides to reveal their presence to us on this physical plane when we are experiencing tough times? What? Yeah. Um, yes and no. You don't necessarily need that. You are here to acknowledge that you are strong enough to walk through those things. You don't need your guides to be sort of physically present or talking out loud so you can hear them because you are strong enough to do this. Welcome from Lithuania. We found your videos on YouTube, which have been incredible. Keep doing it. It's really important. Oh, you're from Lithuania. That's so cool. Do you agree that when we have a pattern of waking up at 2 a.m. or between 1 and 3, that it is the perfect time to talk to our angels? Yes and no. So, yes, it can be if you are in a very spiritual place, but also waking up like from 3 to 4 can also mean you have not eaten enough and your blood sugar drops and wakes you up. So, you have to make sure you are well fed and hydrated. And then if you are, then yes, it is a good time. In 2016, everyone in my world couldn't stand him. Now it seems most love him. Is fascinating. Sorry. This is like, so I changed it from live chat to top chat or the other way around. And I think now they're coming in at the wrong order. So let's just try this. Um, Hello, Barb. Hello, Amber. Greeting from Malta. Thank you so much for making these videos. That's so cool. How did you find me there? I watched True North and you came up as a similar channel. Oh, cool. We will recognize our loved ones on the other side. By the way, I first saw you on the Jeff Mara podcast. Love your story. Oh, cool. And yes, we will. The second you cross over, and sometimes even before you cross over, you'll be able to see all of your loved ones. Hi, Jen. Can we talk about Elon? Where is he from? Please don't plead the fifth. I think I have to plead the fifth. Yeah. I have to plead the fifth. Yeah, sorry. Do you recommend using crystals? Yes, as long as you cleanse them properly. I have a whole bunch beside me. And pay attention to, which ones will be good for you. Some will make you more anxious. Um, I just remembered to hit like. Don't forget to hit like and share if you can. Yes, please share, like, subscribe, all those things. Good morning, Jeanette. Do antidepressants affect spiritual exploration like alcohol does? Not that I'll quit taking meds. Um, Sometimes it can make it a little bit harder to connect, but that just means you gotta do that cleansing work and really have faith that the benefits outweigh anything that makes it harder to connect. Um, Hello from Montreal. Hello. YouTube is amazing, allowing people from all over the planet to connect. Yes, I agree. I need to leave. Works. Love to listen. Thank you. Have a good day, Karen. Greetings from Nanaimo. That's me too. Elon is some wackadoo. That's what he is. Oh, you said it. Have you listened to the telepathy tapes? It's evidence, more or less, that nonverbal autistics are telepathic. I'd love your intake. I would kind of agree, because anyone who's nonverbal in this life is an older soul, and so they probably come from the other side with the gift of telepathy because we're all telepathic on the other side. Hello from Southern California. I'm curious if you have any thoughts about this. I notice I worry about judgment from my deceased in-laws. Anything to calm my troubled mind? Yes, they would never in any way judge you. Once we're on the other side, it's just love. So don't worry that they're judging you. All they're doing is probably thanking you for taking care of their child. Med question, that's good. Yeah, I have gone on and off all types of different kinds of meds, not as much like, antidepressants, but, like, after the stroke, the seizure meds and stuff like that which can really affect everything, and, yeah, it is a little bit harder to connect, but that doesn't mean I can't. I just went crazy yesterday. Not of this world. I can't talk about it, you guys, like, people like him own the internet, so, I don't want to get on a blacklist. Yeah, I can't talk about it. All I can say is, like, my guide saw this coming, and I always said, like, the orange guy was the issue, but, he has very rich friends. What do your guides ever nudge you purposely to refrain from sharing certain information? 150% yes. Do souls that incarnate, like, like, important people go back to source love like all of us when they pass? Yes. Do souls of pets come through differently at all? I don't know, not really. They're maybe a little easier to connect with just because they are like pure love. Let's make up code words. There you go. Code words. What's the most thing you would say you missed from the other side? Would one thing or all experience was incredible? I think the understanding. Like, I understood everything and all of the things that have held me back or, like, paralyzed me with fear in this life all made sense, and it sounds like a weird thing, but how I could feel everything through, like, the grass under my feet. So, like, through the grass, I could feel every tree, every blade of grass, every person, everything vibrated with this amazing love that I could feel exactly what everyone was thinking and feeling without having to say a word. Years ago, Amber connected with my bird, and she was like, "Did you have a bird that spoke?" It was pretty funny. Yeah, I love that. When you can't share certain information, is it because it's like giving us answers to a test and we don't learn? Yes, sometimes. So sometimes it is like it would be cheating. Other times, it's things I don't want to know. So anything that would make me panic or make me worry or cause like blind chaos and panic for other people, I don't want them to tell me. And that is, you know, my choice. And I know not everybody is like me. There's a lot of people that will tune into the future and talk about awful things that are coming up. I just don't think that's helpful for anybody, not me or you. Ah, I lost my spot. Let's keep things positive. Yeah. How do you receive messages from your guides? Is it auditory, in your mind, telepathic, visual? For me now, it's telepathic. Since going to the other side, it used to be like I would listen and repeat. So, like, they would stand in the side of the room over there, and I would listen, and then I would tell the person whatever they said. I don't have to do that anymore. So their thoughts become my words. I picked up a lark fight? I don't know what that is, from a crystal shop. It's supposed to be grounding. Boy, did it ground us. We got rear-ended blocks from the shop right after buying it, and the insights about the stone. I've never heard of that stone. I'd have to look it up. I have to see, like, a picture to know the energy. The other side sounds like peace. It is. So all suffering, tests, difficulties, and regrets, whoops, are not viewed as negative on the other side? No, not at all. Do our loved ones that have passed sometimes feel sadness if they see us sad or struggling after their passing? Not sad, but empathy. So they can understand and they can send us love and healing and peace. They don't necessarily get sad. I see angel numbers all the time, like 444 and 111, 1111. Is that my guides trying to communicate? What should I do when I see this? Yes, it is. And usually it's them saying, good job, like you're on the right path, don't worry. I keep hearing this play through my mind throughout the day. Nothing will change, no peace will be found until mankind puts life before material possessions and power over others. Oh, I kind of, mm, I think that's almost like 100% an impossibility because there will always be younger souls who don't have the ability to see value in things other than sort of wealth and possessions. What's that noise? Can you talk about the ascension we are all going through? Um, can you be more specific? What can we do to help receive message from our angels and past loved ones? Honestly, you just talk to them and then have faith that they are listening. 73 people watching. I know, it's exciting. I think that's the most I've had on YouTube at once. So again, share and like and heart, please. Do we collectively want the Trump Musk thing to happen so we could experience and learn from it? Technically, yes. Me as a human says no, but my guides say yes. At least humanity is being brought together by a common threat. Very true. Hey, that's my son's name, Wyatt. Do high vibration souls marry low vibration as part of the learning? Yes, sometimes my husband is a much younger soul, but I call him my dump truck. He balances me. Oh, I say I had 73 people and then people just left. Rude. Ascension going from 3D to 5D. See, I don't necessarily pay attention to that because it's just labels that humans are putting on the growth of the collective consciousness. So like everything is kind of the same for me. Like the world isn't going to magically one day be completely different, if that makes sense. As a collective, we are slowly starting to realize that we are all connected. That doesn't mean all of a sudden this side is going to be like the other side. Do our loved ones see our life plans and soul contracts once they pass? Yes. I'm curious by nature. Are we curious on the other side, or does knowing everything at one time kill curiosity? No, we are still curious. It's why we continue to plan lives. Hey, 77 people and 33 likes. Look at that. Yeah, we still want to experience human things, and we still kind of go, oh, you know what? In my that life, I saw somebody going through this specific thing. I want to see what that feels like. In future, is this time we are living now something that will be reflected upon as a major change to the path of human existence? Yes, I like that question. And yes, is anyone's spirit trying to get your attention right now? My guides are here, and so everything else, it's a closed door. I they don't they protect me so I can focus just on them because yeah, it's again, even though it looks like I'm talking, their thoughts are becoming my words. On TikTok, there are so many intuitive claiming alien ships landed in the Gulf of Mexico. Hey, I said I was obsessed. Uh, I don't see any alien ships landing in the Gulf of Mexico right now, but maybe I'm wrong. You never know. I was browsing videos and here I am. Well, welcome. Is this your first time listening to me? I need my favorite Amber to fact check for me. Amber's guides, please let me see the ships. I love it. You're funny. Is it true our spirits release through the top of our heads when we pass? I swore I saw it out of my friend's son's mouth when he passed. He had uncontrollable seizures and they had to sedate him. Um, when I've seen it, it's more like a moving out like that, kind of. But when energy comes from the other side, usually it is through your head. Some say the drones. Yes, it is. Oh, that's exciting. You don't. Oh man. I'm sorry. I wish I could say. I think people really are needing distraction from like the chaotic world. Oh, there's 79 people. I really want it to be 80 because that's fun. Or 88 is like a good spirit number. So maybe 88 people. So do some likes and do some shares and let's get 88 people. There's 82. Oh my gosh, maybe my guides will do it because they are good at getting people's attention. Um, how would you recommend I cleanse my crystals? So I wish I could show you. So over in my little pile here, I have a lot of selenite. If crystals are touching selenite, it cleanses them. And so I have like a big flat selenite slab that all of my crystals are on. And then the ones that aren't on it, here's another little selenite thing, and I'll put them on here or make them touch there. Yeah. What happened? Go away. I don't understand. Could you not? Ooh, there we go. What if I feel like I have accomplished everything I came here for and I am just done? Is that a very peaceful done, or is it a screw this, life is too hard, and feel super finished and irritated and done with this life? Because those are very different things. Hey, 87. Ooh, one more person. And then we're at 88, and that's such a good number. 88. Come on. We love you. Don't worry. Yes, 100%. Much distraction. Yes. Aliens. Many saw them over New Jersey, the drones. Yes, I know. I follow paranormal channels and mediums. Oh, I love that. Hi, Amber. Do you what? When are you what? When you are out amongst people, do you see their auras? I don't necessarily. I don't have to because I can feel people's energies. That's so auras is not how I read energy. So yeah, I don't need to necessarily. How to get over not good enough. I think that's a very individual struggle, so it kind of depends on who you are and how you got to that place. But a lot of the time, it's like a due to like a lack of patience and understanding for yourself and your path and your process. But for some reason, it's the comments are kind of doing weird things. It's hard to follow. I've brought 2 selenite towers based on your information. Oh, I love that. I will share your lives. Hey, thank you. You'll exceed your viewer numbers for sure. Oh, thanks. Hi, how do we identify what we need to change internally when we see things we want to change in the external world? Okay, gotta read that again. Come on, brain, you can do it. How do we identify what we need to change internally when we see things we want to change in the external world? Um, for some reason, Kelsey, I'm having a hard time deciphering that as a question. I think it's the aphasia. Can you write it like a little bit shorter or something? Because yeah, sometimes the brain damage is brain damaging. And that question is one of those. I don't know why. Why do we wake up spiritually? Why do some of us start to remember where we came from? Because that's part of our path in some lives. Some lives we need that encouragement from the other side and that faith that comes from understanding that there's more to life than this. Is the concept of having an inner child true? Um, yes. I'm going to say yes with like a few caveats. Emotional versus physical, I think she meant. Mm. When are you going to have private readings? I don't do very many private readings, but I post them all on my Facebook page when they come up. Why do animals need to endure suffering here on earth? They are already pure love. It's just part of the life cycle. And on the other side, they agree to it. Would you say to listen to your guides would you say to listen to your guides would be to follow your heart? Um, yes, because your guides aren't going to tell you what to do. You get to tell you what to do. Your guides are there just to walk beside you and help you when you're struggling. Whenever I firmly focus on connecting with the spiritual realm, I get this warm, tingling, glowing feeling throughout my body. It lasts just a few seconds. Is this ego or something else? Something else. My mom had to be suddenly put into a coma before anyone could say goodbye to her. She was about 5 days on a ventilator. Do you think she heard us all say goodbye? Yes. Oh, that's funny. Right when you type that, there were 88 people, which was what I was asking my guide. So 110% yes. Um, especially for her, for sure, her soul left her body when she went into unconsciousness so she could stand in the side of the room and listen to everybody. Can my dog understand me? I wish he knew how much I love him. Yes, they can understand us. Like energy wise, not always all our words. Do you have any advice on how to deal with phobias, such as a fear of flying? I have to fly very often as I live on an island, but I'm always very anxious. I tried many methods to relax, but it persists. Yes. Um, you need to, it sounds awful, but you expose yourself to that which makes you the most fearful. And so expose yourself, and maybe it's like at a 10, the anxiety and the phobia is at a 10, and sit in that 10 until it goes down to a 2 and sometimes or even an 8, maybe that to start. And keep doing that. And the next time, maybe it's at a 9.5 at first, and you can bring it down a little bit quicker, and you keep going um, until the fear doesn't sort of, what's the word? Prevent you from doing stuff anymore. I used to be extremely phobic to spiders, and I could not, like, it was paralyzing, it was awful, and so I started by looking at pictures of spiders, and I would sit there staring at the picture of a spider until I didn't feel anxious, till the picture started to lose meaning, and then I went from that to watching videos of spiders, and I would sit panicked and awful until it went from a 10 to a 0. And I did that over a few months until I'm not scared of spiders anymore. I don't think I would hold a tarantula, but I definitely now will look at them and not care. I don't freak out when spiders are in my house or anything like that. What is the best oh, what happened? Energy protection technique shield against low vibration. I mean, against people who have really low vibration, the ones you referred to as young souls. Hi from Hungary. Oh, cool. Um, so I do cleanse and protect prayers or meditations continuously if I'm around really young souls, but I also limit my time with them. I don't have to talk to anybody and I don't have to hang out with anybody, but that can very quickly become isolating because humans are tiring for me. So you have to have a balance, but just a quick cleanse and protect prayer. Please cleanse me Please cleanse me of anything not serving a positive purpose and protect me from picking up and carrying anything with me that will not serve me well. And do it over and over again. Does the collective consciousness ever get it wrong, wish to change their collective decision? Yes, hence the Mandela effect. It's not wrong. They don't get it wrong, but they realize sometimes, like, oh, well, maybe that moment really affected too much change. So let's go sort of manipulate that moment so that X, Y, and Z don't happen. How do we know what to change about ourselves in order to change the external world around us? Okay, that is a better, yeah. For some reason, Kelsey, I had a hard time with that first one. I don't know why. Um, You don't necessarily have to change anything in ourselves, but what you put out will come back to you. So if you are kind and understanding and patient, people feel that from you and are more likely to give the same back. Sometimes, not all the time. All right. So it's more finding peace and calm and faith within yourself to bring that same energy back to you and to shine that energy on people who might not be able to find that within themselves. Hello from England. So cool. So many people from so many different places. I'm excited. Would you ever do a group sort of reading like this where you could communicate with people's pets like this live video? Yes, and I have done. Is there value in past life regression? Yes and no. I think it's more if you're interested in that, but doing past life regression to change or affect this life, no, I don't think it's something that's helpful. Once in a while it is. I can't say across the board, but yeah. Hello. Kelsey, doesn't changing yourself by extension change the world around you? Yes, Casey. Oh, I lost my spot. Where is it? Okay, there we go. Who are what are these so-called evil spirits or earthbound spirits? There are no evil spirits and they aren't earthbound spirits. Sorry for people that like TV shows like that. When we think of dead people, they come around us because time and space don't exist on the other side. How to deal with the "I don't like this life anymore" phase, patience and understanding and forgiveness of yourself, and realization that it's not always rainbows and unicorns all the time. Sometimes life sucks. I'm grateful you can share eternity insights. Oh, thanks. Do you believe in quantum jumping? In like, what's the word? In what's that word? In blah. Yes. In frickin' like, yes, kind of. I am deathly afraid of spiders, but don't think I could even look at pictures of spiders. Why do you think we have phobias? I bet you could. It's awful at first, um, but it goes away. I'm not joking. We have phobias most of the time because of stress in our earlier lives or things that sort of triggered it in our earlier lives, like this life. I've heard others say we should be prepared for an upcoming difficult time by having 3 months of food, water, and supplies on hand. What are your thoughts on this? Thank you. Um, you don't need it. Uh, but if you are low income, it's always a good idea because I think the costs of things are going to be quite a bit higher. So not necessarily the world's not coming to an end and you need 3 months of food to survive. No, more be prepared that some of the things like the perishable stuff, well, all stuff is going to be more expensive. So plan accordingly. You're welcome. If we see you in public, would you prefer privacy? No, I don't mind at all when people come up to me, and have a chat, totally fine. It's only when I have my kids with me. They hate it. They're at that age where what I do is very embarrassing, like very embarrassing. They hate that I'm online. They hate that people want to talk to me. So if my kids are with me, they prefer no thank you. But when it's me or me and my sister or whatever, I'm totally fine with it. Um, Kelsey, trying to make changes with the expectation of external outcome rarely works. Yeah. Can one of the side effects of personal ascension be loneliness? I think one of the side effects of being human can be loneliness. I am lonely most of the time. I don't have a lot of people. Uh, So, yeah, I spend a lot of time alone. I think that's the human condition. I found my mom dead. Oh, I'm so sorry. Do you think she saw and heard us trying to get help for her? Yes. And I'm sorry for your loss. If we were born with gifts and deny them, is it something that will come through regardless of us wanting them to? Does alcohol turn off that spiritual connection? So that's not a concrete yes or no. Um, some people deny their gifts and live their whole lives without ever accepting them, and that is totally fine. Others are different. So drugs and alcohol can shut down your gifts, as I found out when I was young, but then also sometimes it can turn them on. You're in Switzerland, so cool. Do you agree with the concept of everyone is you pushed out? What? I don't know what that means. Oh my God, will you give plenty of advance notice if you do the group pet reading live? Yes. Years ago, you said there weren't evil spirits and the like. What a relief. Yes. What does kinds of what kinds of lessons can be learned from enduring physical pain? So many lessons. Every single day I'm in pain, and I have learned so much from being in chronic pain all the time. So much about myself, so much about boundaries because certain things I can't or won't do now. There's so many lessons. Do you know if time travel exists? Yes. If so, has it been utilized? Not by us, this dimension, but by future dimensions. They've come back here. In theory, what's what you're looking? Oh, in theory, yes, that was it. Whoops, I lost. There we go. What is your opinion on hypnotherapy and past life readings? Is this real or does our brain fill in story gaps? It can be both. You just have to be cautious because if you are not meant to tune in to other dimensions and somebody helps you to or makes you, that can actually be really hard on your mental health. Do you fear it to visit this dimension? Say, if I were to leave them gifts, my kids love to make homes for fairies. Even if they don't, that's such a cool thing that you should definitely still do it. I also have a question about if lessons are learned from experiencing pain. Yes. Hi, Christy. If there is no evil, how do you explain so many people who do terrible things? Oh no, there's evil humans. There definitely is very horrible humans I would never want. Like my human self just like almost thinks there should be a hell so they can go there. So I'm not saying there is no evil because there are humans that if they're not evil, I don't know what is. I'm talking about the other side, us there. If I ask my guides by communicating through a pendulum, how do I know if the answers are accurate, especially if they're not unfolded? You don't. That's where faith comes in. But if you're asking constantly for answers to your questions, I then would start to doubt it because you are meant to make the decisions about your life on your own. I know we have free will, but are some things 100% going to happen in our lives regardless of what we choose? Yes. Thank you. Do you believe suffering is necessarily necessary to evolve, as the Buddhists say, or something like that? I sometimes think that this short earthly life cannot be enough to balance all karma. Yes, kind of. So difficult things are the things we learn the most from. And this life is much, much too short to learn all things. You have to live infinite lives. Is there a spiritual reason why animals suffer? I feel like I already answered that in this video. There's a theory that if you haven't broken bones, had much physical pain in this life, it's because you will have such a difficult life in other ways. True. Um, it's more that like newer souls can't tolerate or survive much physical or emotional pain. So kind of yes, I just wouldn't word it that exact way. All right, there's still lots of questions and I am getting tired, so I probably should go. But thank you so much for joining and for sharing and liking. And I hope that my guide's energy is flowing through me to you to give you some peace today and some calm and a little bit of sort of inner introspection and kindness. Be patient. We've got this. I'm here for you. The other side is here for you. And it's going to be okay. Bye, everybody.